Alabama 42, LSU 13.
Yeah.
Woo!
They got Zerbiak is what they got. Yeah.
Oh my God. LSU had no answer for Jalen Milroe. No answer whatsoever for him on the ground, especially. He had 185 yards, 4 touchdowns. If you just like flip the TV and like looked away from the screen and then looked back, there's a good chance Jalen Milroe was running for a gazillion yards. They just could not catch up with him once he got started. His breakaway speed is ridiculous. We've been talking about his speed now for 2 years running. Dude can run.
Yeah,
Dude can freaking run. When you find a way to get him on the run, when the opening is there, he not only has great straight line speed, but he's got some moves too, and he showcased all of that. Bama as a team had 312 on the ground. They were just kind of unstoppable from an offensive standpoint. 10 of 13 on third downs. LSU really just didn't provide much resistance at all.
To be fair, all of the good of the rushing attack from Alabama was Jalen Milroe. The running backs didn't do anything. I don't believe. Jam Miller and Justice Haynes, they didn't do anything especially impactful in this game. And I don't know if that's an offensive line thing. I don't know if that's seeing the lane thing. I don't know if that's a breaking tackles thing. But every single time they seemed to get the ball, there wasn't much going on. Ryan Williams, I think he had an end around that was super impressive. But no, this was Jalen Milroe and a performance for the ages for him, because they kept calling similar plays. I don't know if whatever was a counter or a trap, whatever it was sort of take a step to the left and go right, take a step to the right, go left. And LSU was like, is that even allowed? Is that okay to do in the modern world? And yeah, it most certainly was.
Well, and it kind of continues a trend for Alabama as well.
Yeah.
One that we've been talking about for quite some time. It is Jalen Milroe or bust. He is going to drop back. He's either going to run it or he's going to target Ryan Williams. And if that works, great. If it doesn't, then maybe we're in clunker territory. It worked really well, famously well in this game, because LSU clearly did not have an answer. Bama remains in the college football playoff hunt at this point.
Yeah.
They're probably going to move up. They were already in the rankings a week ago. It still is a complicated road to get into any kind of SEC title consideration. But if teams keep losing, who knows, right? That's when tiebreakers come into effect. And as I've said, I still think their loss to Vandy, if you go down to like the fourth tiebreaker, would probably have something of an elimination effect for them with respect to the SEC, but probably not as it relates to
if Vandy
playoff.
had beaten South Carolina tonight, then it probably could have aged a little bit better. But Vandy was not all that good. I mean, now Vandy's like a moral victory kind of team, having lost to Texas in impressive fashion, but not at all South Carolina. Can I say something else about this game, by the way?
Please.
Shout out to LSU for fully cursing themselves midweek by bringing in an off-brand Mike the Tiger. They bring in Mark the Tiger, whatever it is.
I wanted to talk about this.
Allegedly, I think it was the governor of Louisiana was like, bring in a tiger. And LSU was like, I guess I don't know.
Well, LSU didn't want to do it.
I know, but they relented and allowed this Mac the Tiger.
Mike the Tiger is apparently sensitive to the circumstances.
Yeah,
right?
who
It's
wouldn't
loud,
be?
and there are lights, and I'm sensitive to the circumstances, and I can reason with what's going on. So that's why they don't bring Mike. Somebody
in like a decade they haven't. Yeah,
it's not new. Somebody higher up on the food chain greenlit getting an off-brand tiger, as you referred to it. It was, I guess, greenlit by the governor and apparently the Surgeon General, who Roger Sherman reported is not only a medical doctor, but also a veterinarian.
Sure.
This was against the objections of LSU's actual tiger handlers, but the curse was on when they brought in Mac the Tiger.
Mac the Tiger. Mark Malike? I'm sorry, is this tiger's name Malike the Tiger? From Florida. Wasn't even local. From a allegedly suspicious tiger handler of some kind. Guys, you can't do this for Alabama week. You just can't. Well, final score 42-6 when you bring in Mrack the Tiger.
42-13.
Not good, guys. Don't do that anymore.
LSU now has 3 losses. I think they're out of the playoff hunt. They're pretty much out of the SEC title chase unless all hell breaks loose. I don't have a whole lot to say about LSU in this game, Dan. I think the defense sort of spoke for itself. A lot was on Garrett Nussmeier. He had a really bad pick early.
It was a tough game for him. Yeah.
I mean, it was just a lot on him to try and bring this team back, but there was only so much he could do given the defense and the issues that it had trying to stop Jalen Milroe.
Agree. Yeah, this is why I went back and forth in this game. I was not a believer in Alabama. After starting my evaluation as a believer in Alabama, it's tough to say, like, if you can corral Jalen Milroe a little bit, you've got a shot. Easier said than done. And LSU's defense was not the one to do it.